Welcome to Lola Lee Chat. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. So we all saw the interview with Chrisean and Jason Lee, and Jason Lee was saying that Karlissa was not invited to his Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. She is claiming that she was invited. So he said that she was banned and told us the reason for the ban. So guys, look at what Karlissa posted here. Okay, so somebody posted this and I guess she reposted it. She said, the person said, ooh, Jason Lee being messy, says he banned Karlissa from the award show and Miss Karlissa told us she was invited. What do y'all think? And then Karlissa responded, I'm sitting here like her sister in my $1 million crib. LOL, I'm not trying to go nowhere else for free. The shade, the shade. Karlissa also said here, he asked me to interview before you. I just didn't have time in my busy schedule. I'm Blueface Mama. There will never be another me. You BM number 2. Some more shade towards Chrisean, more shade and more bullying, I should say. So then Jason Lee went live and he clocked Karlissa's tea. He was clocking that Karlissa wanted money to be interviewed. He actually said he was trying to interview all of the aunties, Tia Kemp, Tokyo Tony, and Karlissa, but they were doing too much. He said their show wasn't renewed because of their egos. Wow, that's embarrassing, considering it was only one season, considering it was their first season, and there should be no egos with just the first season. Wow, that is very embarrassing. So listen to what Jason Lee had to say.
Karlissa wanted money, and then her and Tia were both talking about my show on Instagram, because that's kind of where their content lives. What? What are you laughing for? I'm not. They're social media stars. But I love Tia. I think Tia is T-E-E-E. Tia, Tokyo, and Karlissa was a good show, but they let their egos get in the way, and that's why they all lost it. But Tia, I wanted Tia on my show, and them. But then it was like I was talking to Diana Ross and Aretha Franklin. So I just went ahead and started interviewing real celebrities. Because my show is not about interviewing mothers and shit like that. You know what I mean? 50 Cent just followed me, and I reached out to him. Yeah, 50 can come on.
I got a little flashback for you guys from February 16th, 2025. Do you guys remember when Karlissa was on live saying that Jason Lee had taken her job? Check this out.
Them folks done gave our job away because we couldn't get along. Yeah, at Tia real quick. Let them know we were trying to squash this beef. They done gave our job to Jason Lee because we can't squash this beef. Girl, they done gave Jason Lee our goddamn job. See what I mean? Y'all over here trying to be mad at people. We got to squash this beef like Run DMC. Because eBay wants us. If they don't want us, eBay wants us. eBay wants us. Girl, they done gave her job to Jason Lee. Who knows? Sit down and watch Grandpa. That ain't even auntie. That's Uncle Grandpa. Girl, he done gave up on the politics and then took the auntie's job. Where the hell is Tia? Where is you at? We got to get on here and squash this beef because eBay wants us.
And then Karlissa, after hearing Jason's, what he had to say in his live, she was not too happy with him. And she responded to Jason saying that eBay wants the aunties, also Netflix. I think she also said BET. I didn't know that eBay did anything like that or they had any sort of streaming service, but I guess Karlissa knows what we don't know. So here's Karlissa responding.
Jason, we have all talked to Lemmy and we don't know anything about what the fuck you're talking about our egos getting in the way of nothing. If the girls and I wanted to do our own show, we could do our own show on any network. We could do our own show on Netflix. We could do our own show on BET. They want us. eBay wants us, okay? And I am a grandmother. and my son is in prison. I have 8 grandchildren. I don't have time to do shit for free, okay? I'm changing diapers. I love you, Jason, but stop playing with me, okay? I'm not the one. Stop playing with me.
And then this was sent to me. This is Karlissa responding to Jason Lee's live. She says here, Jason, if I wasn't talented, you wouldn't have asked me to be on your show. And my family has brought you a lot of views, and I'm still one of your most viewed interviews. I will come on for free to share my talent and my views to prove it to you yet again. That was a 3-hour interview, one of your longest ever. In order for you to count 1 million plus views, they had to watch 75% of that 3 hours. Now clock that tea, and I did it for free. Wow, they had to watch 75% for it to count? That's interesting. Okay. So Shell said, CHRISEANROCK Networks produced, directed, and owned by Karlissa Saffold. My talent supersedes your level of talent. I don't know. Now, did I lie? He asked me first because my interview was 3 hours, and y'all watched the entire interview because it was one of the best ever. I did not watch the entire 3 hours. I gotta say, no, I did not. I watched little snippets of it. Shell said here, let's see how my son feels about a man disrespecting his mother. Did he say clock it, fake, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just gonna play the clip that she's responding to.
Talk about because she don't have no talent other than being famous for being a mess. But I love Karlissa though. She know that. Karlissa can come back on my show. Clock it, clock it, clock it. Why are y'all putting clocks in the thing? Y'all.
Karlissa also said, Karlissa got 8 grandchildren. She don't do ish for free, but my husband. So she was under her other account, I guess, speaking as if she wasn't Karlissa, maybe speaking as if she was her own assistant. I really don't know. But Jason Lee definitely clocked her tea. As for her being invited to his awards, do you guys believe Karlissa or do you believe Jason? I believe Jason because why would he lie? It makes no sense for him to lie. Karlissa is known to, stretch the truth, if you know what I'm saying. But very embarrassing situation here for Karlissa. And yeah, she's mad. I could see why. What do you guys think about what Jason Lee had to say about why their show was not renewed because of their egos? Do you believe it? I believe it. Do you guys believe Jason regarding her not being invited to the Impact? What about him saying she was banned from the award show? What do you guys think about that? Oh, wow. Guys, definitely let me know your thoughts on what Karlissa had to say as well. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.
Karlissa wanted money, and then her and Tia were both talking about my show on Instagram, because that's kind of where their content lives. What? What are you laughing for? I'm not. They're social media stars, but I love Tia. I think Tia is T-E-E-E. Tia, Tokyo, and Karlissa was a good show, but they let their egos get in the way, and that's why they all lost it. But Tia, I wanted Tia on my show, and them. But then it was like I was talking to Diana Ross and Aretha Franklin. So I just went ahead and started interviewing real celebrities. Because my show is not about interviewing mothers and shit like that. You know what I mean? 50 Cent just followed me, and I reached out to him. Yeah, 50 can come on.